If friends are the real wealth in life, and I certainly believe they are, then this is a television show about sharing the wealth with you, the viewer, telling the stories of friends who have changed people's lives. Hello again, I'm Don Tollefson, and welcome to Tolly's Awesome Friends, a 30-minute look at people who are making a real difference in our world each and every day. Today we are out in the beautiful nature of a place called Freeway, very near the 42 freeway. And for all the thousands of cars who pass by nearby, there are probably not enough people who know the story of the Freeway Golf Course. But to tell the story of the Freeway Golf Course is to tell the story of my friend, my awesome friend, Bill Bishop. Few, if any, people I have ever met have done more positive things for more people in a loving, caring, and gentle way. That's Bill Bishop. Over the next half hour, you will hear his story historically, the story of this golf course historically, but moving into the present and the future, the story of how Bill Bishop continues to touch young people in a very wonderful way. Take the word nature, change a couple of letters, and you have the word nurture. And that is a perfect word to use with Bill Bishop. He has nurtured young people. He has taken their dreams, taken their ambitions, taken their goals, and created a strategy, a plan that has worked wonderfully for so many of them. Hopefully over the next half hour, you will see why I am proud to call Bill Bishop one of Tolly's awesome friends. Anyone who plays Freeway, even for the first time, will experience a couple of things. First of all, this is a very challenging golf course. When you start with your basic 612-yard par 5, you know your golf abilities are going to be tested. But you will also quickly notice that whether it's among the people playing or the people working at Freeway, there is great diversity, happy diversity. People of all races, creeds, and colors coming together, united by their common love of the game of golf. But it wasn't always that way in South Jersey, Philadelphia, or the whole of America. You see, Freeway is a testimony to prejudice being overcome, to ignorance being defeated. When African Americans wanted to play golf way back when in the Philadelphia area, they were basically unable to do so. So a number of black pioneers got together and created the Freeway Golf Club. We will talk more with Bill Bishop about that history, but it is a history of perseverance. It is a history of overcoming the odds and overcoming the obstacles. So you see, everyone who plays Freeway knows about the golf test, but only a few know the real detailed story of the test of character that starting and continuing and building Freeway really is. One of the people who plays Freeway on a regular basis can certainly relate to the struggle of Bill Bishop and his colleagues. You see, Milt Thompson, the former Philly, was the son of a man who played baseball in the barnstorming days, and he, like Bill Bishop, was not always judged on athletic ability alone. But just like the Bishop family, the Thompson family was one where if you wanted to do something badly enough, no one could stand in your way.
The one word I eliminated early in my life was the word can't. You know, and you just have to make those opportunities come true. I always tell a story about being 7 and wanting to play Little League Baseball. And I was a lefty-lefty, and I wanted to play in the infield. So I wanted to play second base. So every day after my dad got off of work, I played catch with him right-handed so I could play second base. And the moral to that story is, anything you want to do in life, it's going to take a little extra, but you can accomplish it if you really want to go about it and work hard at it. And that's what I did. And you know, it's funny, you know, so many times, especially in today's world, our young kids just don't want to try, don't want to work hard, you know. I laugh at my daughter, you know, they can take a calculator to math class.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, what? I couldn't even fathom that when we were growing up, yeah. to have to take a calculator to class to help you out with your work. You know, we had to figure it out and work our brains for that.
Bill Bishop is a we people. He's a team guy who wants to make other people succeed. And that to me is such a great Bill Bishop quality.
He's such a great guy. I mean, I've known him for about 10 years now, and he runs a tournament here every year for the kids, and he's always around any way he can to help kids. He's even trying to help me with my golf game.
What is it about a person's humanity? That's the word I think of when I think of Bill first, that just kind of defines themselves as a person who is one of many. He is one of God's creatures, and he acts that way, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. I think it's giving back. You know, I was always taught, you know, if you have a little success in life and you know, just give back to the community in any way you can. I like that about him, and you know, I try to give back myself as an individual back to the community, and he has such a great heart. You know, he really cares about the kids.
Your dad and Bill, both as African Americans, had to face an awful lot of injustice and all. How do they avoid bitterness? Because I've never seen Bill Bishop, after all he went through and other African American golfers went through, I've never seen bitterness exhibit itself.
Well, it's just the love of the game. I mean, he loved the game of golf, and he didn't let all the obstacles get in his way. He was just determined to go out and be the best golfer he could be, no matter what the situation, how it was. And when you go out and you love something and you have the passion for it, and you just play it because you love it, there's no bitterness.
One of the things I was thinking about when we think about Jackie and the color barrier in baseball, even though it was injustice, there was an alternative, that they were still able to play baseball. The golfers had nowhere to go. I mean, basically, there were few, if any, golf courses. So what they faced in terms of those obstacles was in a way even greater.
Oh, most definitely. Most of them started out as caddies, you know, and they would caddy, and then after their day was done, they'd go out and work on their game, and that's how they got started. So it was very tough for them to get an opportunity to go out and pursue something they loved. And it was just I want to say, the drive and the determination to get it done, the resolve, and that's what makes him special.
Whether it was the Negro Leaguers, the African American golfers like Bill, or just anybody who has succeeded in almost anything, I think the word that comes to mind when you said what you just said, persistence. Young people have to learn to be persistent, and that to me is a quality that is sometimes in short supply with kids today.
That's true, persistence and perseverance, because, you know, I call it peaks and valleys when I go out and I speak to the kids all the time. I said, as you go through life, you're going to hit peaks and valleys. And the most important thing about that is you don't have to let the whole world know you're having a bad day. You know, it's always important to try to keep an even keel, not getting too high when things are going good and not getting too low when things are going bad. You know, just keep on fighting and get through it. I said that bad day is going to be over with, and you move on to the next one. But if you throw a pity party for yourself, it might last 3 or 4 days.
Coming up on Tolly's Awesome Friends, you'll get a chance to do what Milt Thompson has cherished for over a decade. Get to know the real Bill Bishop.